Grandpa? How was life before war ravaged our homes? But was there economic prosperity? Flying cars? Did y'all have some thick-ass Martian? My boy, back in the day was a wonderful time. Back in 2016, a game called Pokemon Go came out, and there was
in the
world
Pokemon
peace.
Go game, but instead, she stumbled across a dead body in the water.
While
This happened
blasting
Thursday.
2016 XXL freshman while we shoot all the way the normies who try to get into our dank memes. Like that boy, which was a funny frog with Unicycle and Harambe. You would never get it. What? Oh, okay, that's enough from you, old man. It's time to get euthanized.
Panda. Panda, 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 panda.
All generations have that one year that stands out from the rest and is treated like the holy year. For boomers, their year is any time before July 2nd, 1964. Which is when the Civil Rights Act was signed into law, which unfortunately includes people of Puerto Rican descent. For Gen X, it's probably some random year in the 80s or early 90s when they were able to bag some baddie in a club after hitting the Shwooska Pooska, the famous dance that everybody knows and loves, while overlaying with 3 ounces of the Miami powder. For millennials, some would say it's 2016, but those were the ones who were born in like 1996, so who gives a shit about them? For the rest of them, it's probably in 2008 when they were finally able to change the world and get Obama elected president, who would finally change everything. Then right after, quite literally nothing changes. For iPad kids or Gen Alpha, a good half of them hasn't even been born yet, nor do I know what a 9-year-old likes. I don't have Epstein on speed dial, but if TikTok comments are an indicator, which it may or may not be, 2020 is the popular answer right now. Now for me, in my generation, most Zoomers would probably say 2016 is the GOAT year. I see on Twitter, TikTok, people basically telling others who are still sad about 2020 to just shut the fuck up. You know the memes. In 2020, you're all happy going, yo, no school for 2 weeks. Then fast forward 4 years, you're all old, depressed, you smell like ass. Man, if people say those are annoying, then I don't know what we can call the 2016 dick rider. Ooh, summer 2016 this. Ooh, summer 2016 that. Shut the fuck up about summer 2016! It's basically the supersized me version of peaking in high school, or instead of you flexing your high school basketball trophies, or making a mid-high school drama on Netflix at your grown age of 39, you're going to your old high school on its first day right after graduating, fist bumping all the teachers and trying to pre-order the new freshmen. It's just weird. All jokes aside, 2016 was a very memorable year for many, including me. So I'll go through a few things that happened in 2016 that's still memorable today.
You disrespecting me, boss? My mistake, original gangster. No, this cannot be forgiven. Now,
back in the day, I remember it being a common consensus that 2016 was god-awful for movies, with such classics as Suicide Squad, Batman vs. Superman, the Ghostbusters reboot. Though while there was a lot of complete ass out there, there were many great movies that came out that year. Deadpool came out proving us that yes, you don't have to be the Matrix to have a successful rated R movie. Zootopia was another banger by Disney before, you know, the internet. Then there's Your Name and A Silent Voice, which were both beautiful movies, which proved to the anime industry that you could release movies that the rest of the world outside of Japan would give a fuck about, outside of Studio Ghibli, Pokemon the first movie, and hey, it's me! Which is why every popular anime right now has a new movie coming out. TV was a lot less inconsistent with Stranger Things, making every 15-year-old not shut up about the 80s. Lucifer was pretty good. My Hero and Mob Psycho first came out alongside the inferior season of ReZero. Like, damn! This year had some bangers. Honorable mention to Pokemon X, Y, and Z, cause this was back in the old days when not 100% of all media was on streaming services. It was more like 99%, but Dragon Ball and Pokemon was part of that 1%. Super didn't even get officially released in America until later that year. And because of that, I had to look for the exact TV stations shows like Pokemon was being released in, and I had to wait for the time it was being aired in Japan to watch it live on those little illegal sites. And of course with that, I was able to hear.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
I forgot to mention the most oppressed group, gamers, and it's because this year was kind of just waiting for 2017. The Switch got announced, which was hype as hell, and had more people watching it than the people who even bought a Wii U. Source Filmmaker had a grand reawakening after Overwatch came out, and Pokemon Go had the world in total peace for about 5 minutes until the bodies. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yes.
I'm sorry!
Honestly, for this section, I could just show you one of those TikToks with a white dude pretending to be a DJ while there's MP3s in the background, like those Roblox club games, and you'll see exactly what this year had. So I won't go too deep into this, but just know this. XSL freshman. That's all I gotta say. If you know what this is, that's okay, because nobody really cared about this before 2016 and after 2016. But it's basically meant to be the Avengers of new upcoming rappers. And in 2016, it was the peak of SoundCloud rappers, which helped bring tons of new artists to the mainstream. And because of that, this freshman class was stacked. There was Playboy Cardi, Water Bottle Flip Sound Guy, British people.
It's me, Frost! I'm fucking filming!
All rapping in this cypher alone. Shit was just peak. Oh yeah, and Justin Bieber stopped singing about the N-word and released Sorry, which was an actual classic.
Wall.
Well, I can't even make this seem exciting because the current election year is even more crazy than 2016, so grab her by the pussy, Snake, and probably got robbed, but if he was president, then he'd have a Republican House anyways, so he'd be kind of fucked. Alright, we're done going through all the boring shit. Now I think it's time to talk about what you're really here for. This is what you think about when you think of 2016. This is your water bottle flips, your dabs, your 2016 YouTube, all of that. Vine was even still alive, and this is when if you had a Musical.ly, you would have had bricks thrown at you. In some ways, it's really nostalgic, and in some ways, you need to question what the water was in back then. Because who thinks of SJW getting old compilations and Snapchat dogs in the same month? Really? Oh yeah, and Killer Clowns too. Amino existed because of YouTubers, and Skype was starting to die out because of Discord, which may have been actually a bad thing. Another thing that really makes you question, what was in the water? White people. Hear me out. This was their second coming, the third coming of saying the N-word, not even including Xbox Live. That shit got so normalized using middle schooler logic that if you know an influencer today went at Twitter in 2016, search up slur. It'll be there.
This stupid fucking justice, all fucking righteous fucking...
Yeah, it was pretty edgy back then. But luckily not everything was all mean. Stephen Carl, rest in paradise, was diagnosed with cancer in 2016, and the YouTube community created dozens, if not hundreds, of We Are Number One edits. And the revenue made from these videos were all donated to his treatment, which helped him be, at least temporarily, cancer free. So hey, if you're a part of that, congrats guys, you're not all that bad. But hey, I think I've made my point. It's a very memorable year, 2016. I've been writing this script for mad long. Honestly, I just want to sleep, go to my job, kiss my girlfriend, and forget to make this an actual video for a couple of weeks. But hey, that's just the theory. Good night, everybody.
Oh! Who you? What the fuck?